everyone, welcome to Psychic Consultants. This is Agatha and this is your love reading for April 2016. I want to thank everybody for their comments and for watching and for subscribing. If you enjoy the readings and you haven't subscribed, please do, because then you'll get them as I upload them. So this is a love reading using my own spread. It can be used, it is a general kind of love from a romantic sense reading, but also whilst you're watching, please do check out your rising sign and your moon sign. Your ascendant is sometimes called your rising, your ascendant sign and your moon sign. And also just do have a think if it could work for somebody else that you do love. Anybody. It could be a parent, a sibling, a friend, a colleague, anyone, because sometimes they do resonate with those, and the messages are for that relationship instead. Otherwise, yes, lots of love. If you're interested in a personal reading, the details will be below. I hope you have a fantastic April, and on with the readings. Hi Sagittarius, I hope you had a great March. I'm interested to see what the cards have got to say for April. Been shuffling for a while, I'm just going to shuffle a little bit longer and then we can go. So just the usual 4 cards for you, 4 cards for a love of some sort, or even just the energy of love for you, what it represents for you. You know, sometimes we don't need a person to represent, the energies. Well, they'll just manifest for you and whomever. A little bit more. Right. Okay. Okay, so bottom of the deck, 7 of Swords. Right now, this card is really meaning for me. This card is right now, in my interpretation, meaning that we must leave the past behind, but take what we need from it. Learn the lessons, take the skills and the tools and the lessons from the past, leave the past behind, but take the lessons. So that's the overall theme. Right, so representing you, we have the Knight of Pentacles, the 4 of Cups, the 3 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords. Representing your love, we have the Empress, the Queen of Wands, which could be you, the Magician, and the Chariot. Interesting. And then the 4 cards in the middle, crowning you, energy you take in, energy they take in, and the Root we will turn over later. But first, let's just take a look at these energies for the 2 of you and see how they are playing out. So, okay. The Knight of Pentacles for me means that you are trying hard to make practical effort to make this work. And it feels as though you're being disappointed. I mean, you've got 3 really pretty heavy cards here. You've got the 4 of Cups. So this is all about an opportunity being offered, but you being disappointed by it. I feel like this could be somebody else. The 3 of Swords, which is all about kind of heartbreak and feeling heartbroken or feeling kind of stabbed and, not feeling good. And then there's 10 of Swords, which is a similar kind of energy, like you've had enough. I'm getting very strongly, though, that this is very connected to your beliefs about the past, that you're rehashing the past, and that it may not even be relevant to this person, and it doesn't seem like it is relevant to this person. I'm going to go straight to them and kind of talk about what's going on with them. They have 3 major arcanas here, so there's big energies going on for them. Whenever that happens, people do tend to need some time to be with themselves and their stuff. And I feel like this could really be going on for you for April. And I want to say, chill out. All your fears about what could be happening are probably to do with things that have happened in the past, and they're not anything to do with the present. So take the lessons that you've learned from the past. See all these swords you're carrying here. It's like these are your swords. You choose what to do with them. You want to put them through your heart like that? You want to stab yourself in the back like that? Or do you want to use them logically and powerfully to do what you want with them? Because I really feel like it's all in your head. Because these are kind of big energies. They have the Empress, and that's great. This is a fertile, beautiful, abundant, passionate, joyful, feminine, beautiful, open card. A very loving card, a very powerful card. And this is what they have for you. And I would, I feel like you can't, for some reason you can't see it. I feel like these practical steps that you're taking, or these things that you're trying to do or work out or become or trying to take action with or offer, this support that you're offering, basically I feel like it might not be received by them, and this is what this card represents here, because they feel pretty whole and like they don't really want your offer, and I feel like that's what's upsetting you. You feel like there's nowhere for your love to go, or there's nowhere for your, or like you're trying to push some kind of practical thing. Like it could be that like you want to move in, or you want to go to the next step. You want to kind of, I hate the word commitment, but you're pushing for something practical for the relationship, and it's not being received. But it's not being received because they've got great cards. So this Empress, this Queen of Wands, what I want to tell you is that you're on their side, so don't worry about it. You don't have to push yourself practically into their environment. You're in their environment here because I'm taking this to represent you, okay? So you're in their cards. It's literally these 3 major arcana energies and you in their cards. And that's why I feel like, these swords, you're kind of, you're in control of those, and I really feel like it's stuff from the past and it's not relevant now. It's really, really not relevant now. So just be aware of that. It's not real. You're doing it to yourself by thinking of things that have happened in the past and kind of rehashing it. And you've got to be careful because it will happen, you see? It's like, I can say that this is all in your head, but what's in our head manifests in our reality. So this might be a bit of a heads up. It's like, seriously, do you want this? Because if you keep thinking back to the past, you'll keep bringing it into your present. We've all had heartbreak. We've all felt as though we've had enough, and as if we've stabbed in the back and it's the end and we don't really want to carry on. I like this 10 of Swords though, because it is about new beginnings. It's like, it's kind of similar to the Death card. Like the guy looks pretty dead, he's like, okay, so he looks like he's had enough, and that's good. That's always about new beginnings, and 10s are always about kind of completion. So that's cool. But maybe this needs to happen. Maybe you need to kind of go through this heartbreak again, That was supposed to be quote marks. Quote marks. Quote unquote heartbreak, so that you can have enough. Finally have enough and say, no, I don't want this anymore. But you have to understand that you've got to kind of take those lessons and learn from them. Otherwise, it's going to keep happening until you learn to kind of take those swords and know what to do with those tools, and not kind of go in the cycle again. But I feel like it is the end of the cycle now with that 10, so maybe you do need to like go there. That's okay. But if you want some reassurance, you're on their side, you're in their cards. They've got they're just really taking control they're loving their life right now. They're loving who they're being. They feel abundant. They feel fertile. They feel free. They feel like they're in control of their reality. They're manifesting things that they want. They're in a good place. They want to move forward, and they want to move forward with you. They do. And these cards match up for me really nicely. This is about endings. And there's always, when things end, when you've had enough of this, then there's a new spurt of energy to move forward into something new. And this is backed up with this Chariot card. So, this is all about movement forward. And so I really feel like by the end of the month, you're definitely going to kind of be moving together. I do feel like there is a connection here throughout the whole thing. So it's not like anything crazy bad's going to happen. But I do feel like it is that maybe they reject your offer. An offer that you make to them gets rejected by them, and then you feel this. But it's not. It's kind of like your sense of rejection is huge. The actual rejection isn't that huge. But maybe you do need to feel that little bit extra bit of heartbreak to break your heart open, as I always say, and then. Even though you might feel quite awful, that then becomes the end, and maybe that's what you need, and maybe that's what you want to move forward, and sometimes it is. So that's okay, and they want to move forward too with this Chariot. So you're going to get what you want anyway. This energy that comes in here, the Knight of Pentacles, about pushing things forward, practically making things happen. That forward energy does happen again with the out card here, the Chariot. Let's flip over the middle. So crowning you. 5 of Cups, energy you take in. The Devil, interesting. Devil they give to you. Knight of Cups, interesting. Bottom, 8 of Swords, very interesting. Makes a lot of sense. Crowning the 2 of you is this disappointment card, and I get it, because you're disappointed. They're kind of disappointed that you're disappointed. You're disappointed at it's like a step up from this 4. So you make an offer. They reject it because they don't need anything. The energy you take in is need, attachment, need, doubt, not love. And so you perceive rejection, disappointment, are disappointed. They're disappointed that you're disappointed because they're in a great place. As far as they can say, everything's awesome, and you're like, no, it isn't. So they get disappointed. And I know why, and it's that you've got, this Devil card is always about criteria that needs to be met. You need to be chained to me. You need to give me this. You need to give me that. You need to blah, blah, blah. You need to be faithful to me even. It can be an infidelity card, and it's on your side. So it could be possible that you maybe have split up, done something bad in the past. And then it's like, do you know what I feel like it could be? It's either that you have done something, maybe now in this connection, and you feel really bad about it. And then you're making an offer to them of trying to patch it up. They're rejecting it. They're like, no. But in that situation, I want you to know, they can't get away from you. You're with them. So, and they want to move forward with you eventually, so don't worry about it. That could be one. That feels like it's one energy. So the way the energies play out in one story. The other story is, in the past, you have been hurt by somebody there's been infidelity that has hurt you. And you're so worried about that now reoccurring that you push this love away. So this Knight of Cups, this offer of love, seems to go in the opposite direction. This Knight of Cups will always turn around. It's like he comes in to see blah, 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 blah. Oh, there's the Devil. Oh, no, thank you. Bye. I'll just go away. I'll just move, because he doesn't want that. You know, it's like no one's going to offer love to this need and kind of like, oh, you know, holding on. Love is expansive and moving and free and liberated. It's not give me, hold on. You can't hold on to it. It's like it's water. You know, it needs to move, otherwise it stagnates, and we can't hold on to it like this. This person is not this. Is not infidelity at all. The opposite. The Empress is kind of the opposite of that. So you can rest assured in that, and I do believe that it's all your fear and like stuff from the past. If it was you that's, you know, being a bit naughty or upset them in that way, again, don't worry, because you're moving into the same kind of, you will eventually move forward into the same kind of, on the same page within this month, I feel, and you are on within their cards. So, but you know, they're cool. They're learning to take responsibility for themselves with this magician. They're not interested in this, you know, whatever heartbreak stuff and this devil, and that's cool and that's great. At the root, though, is this 8. So it's all about feeling like trapping yourself with your thoughts, basically. Again, it's like you're just using these swords that you know, these lessons that you've learned. You're just, how do you want to use them? Do you want to trap yourself with them? Do you want to like literally kill yourself with them? Do you want to break your heart with them? Or do you want to just use them for one at a time, like the victory of the Ace of Swords? Here's an ace, here's another ace, here's another ace. That's what you should be doing with these swords, not all this stuff. But it's happening for them too, because it's the base of like the two of you, but it's just like, you know, it's like you can't work with this trapped energy. But I do feel like it will be overcome because we've got this Chariot here, and it will break free and move forward, and that's good. Right, let's just pick an outcome. Six of Pentacles. Okay, so this is all about giving and receiving, and compromise and understanding the flow of things, and that sometimes we have to give and sometimes we have to receive, and also that this person has a lot to give you and you have a lot to give them. There's a lot you can receive from them and there's a lot they can receive from you, and it's like it's just, if you need generosity, you're going to receive generosity. If you need to be generous, you're going to be able to be generous. Don't worry, everything can come into balance, and it will come into balance. See the scales there? It will come into balance this month with those scales. So, as I said, everything will work out. Don't fear. Just choose what you want to do with those swords and, you know, pull out those aces. Okay, as a little extra card, I'm going to pull a card from the Journey of Love Oracle by Alana Fairchild Rasuli and Richard Cohn. And I'll just give these a little bit of a shuffle and then pull one of those. This one is number 21. She is the moon. Okay, so I'm going to read from the book. 21. She is the moon. The light of the moon ebbs and flows. The wisdom of patience is not about waiting around for something to happen, rather than getting up and getting it done. The wisdom of patience is that of the gardener who consults the lunar calendar. The right timing promoting growth, planting where there is fertile soil, and allowing the soil to rest and replenish when it needs to. You are being asked to check in with your timing. Is now the time for action or for rest? It can change quickly, just like the phases of the moon. If you are unsure, that's okay too. Perhaps you are waiting for more light to reveal the way as the moon grows full. All things come in time. Your message comes through this oracle. Your manifestation is unfolding in perfect timing. If you feel something isn't happening fast enough or is happening quickly and you are unsure if you are really ready, be assured all is well. If something is not clear to you and you would like it to be more so, the clarity you seek will come to you. Do not worry. Do not try to force the insight. Just be with what is happening now and trust. You are moving and growing and all is well. Soon you will see that for yourself, just as the moon grows full and revealing, even in the midst of deepest night. And the poem is called Waiting. These moments are precious, like jewels on the crown of life. They beckon my heart, forming memories that sparkle with joy, and like the longing of a sweet caress, they draw me near, melting into one, showing what is possible on the journey of life, waiting for the seasons' change. So there we go, another great message that everything is working out, and it will work out in its own time, in balance, and that yes, life ebbs and flows, and maybe it's a period of ebb, but the flow and the movement is coming. So do not worry about that at all. Wonderful. So I hope you enjoyed that. If that didn't resonate, do check out your rising sign, or sometimes the ascendant, which gets called the rising, or your moon sign. And do come back and check the readings out later in the month as well, if it's early in the month or another time or whatever, because sometimes I do find that really quite helpful. Because it's like different messages come through or mean different things at different times, and obviously things shift. And yes, share it with anyone you feel it might be relevant to for them. And if you'd like a private reading, the link to my scheduling is below. I hope you have a really great month. Yeah, just I think this card is quite big. It's about, being in the present, learning the lessons from the past, but not bringing the past into the present. It's very important. Everything's happening at the right time, and it's all good. So lots of love, and I shall see you again very soon.